What's going on, guys, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to another tier ranking video. I heard your feedback and apparently you really liked the first one that I made the last time, which was an overall altcoin ranking, so definitely check it out if you haven't already. That was about general altcoin rankings. In today's video, it's gonna be specific to gaming altcoins, so this is definitely gonna be very interesting. Gaming is probably the sector in which I'm more invested in crypto, and for good reason, because in terms of risk to reward ratio, it's probably the best sector that you can get into. So without any further ado, let's actually get started. I got quite a few picks today, and no, don't get upset if I don't list your favorite gaming crypto. I can't just put every gaming crypto on the market, otherwise this video will be literally 3 hours long instead of like 20 minutes or whatever it's gonna be. Actually, last thing, these are not in any particular order. This is just like randomly put as I uploaded the images of these logos, so yeah, don't quote me on that either. The first one is gonna be Playable. Playable is actually a very good project that I didn't touch the other video that I did, and this is something that you can compare to Gala, you can compare it to Mira. It's another gaming project that has a lot of nodes that people can purchase. They're actually getting quite expensive, so I probably would not recommend buying a node right now. The website is not my favorite. It's very, and overall their marketing strategy is very influencer marketing based, probably with a lot of paid promotions. Take it with a pinch of salt. However, the games look quite decent. It's built on Avalanche, and in my opinion is one of the top gaming projects built on Avalanche. Their game Nexus actually looks pretty good. It's on the Epic Games Store, so a lot of bullish stuff for Playable. In my opinion, it's gonna do quite well. However, I don't think that it's gonna do 100x, even if it had a big correction. I would say something between a 20 to 50x. I'm gonna play it safe and say 20x, but if it does a 50x, I wouldn't be surprised. Next one on the list, Shrapnel. Shrapnel is a great pick. However, the market cap of Shrapnel is quite high. So as a financial investment, I don't think that it's gonna give you like those massive returns. I would say anywhere between a 10 to 20x. I'm gonna say 20x for the sake of this video. It's quite high market cap right now. I think it's sitting between 50 or 60 million market cap at the time of this video. It's probably the best looking Web3 gaming project. It looks freaking amazing. It's built on Avalanche, which again, it's another bullish thing. However, it's very big in market cap. It's a single game, and there's also like a massive cliff coming in April 2024 in which a lot of tokens that belong to investors and team, etc., are actually going to be released. So because of that, I think that the project is actually going to take quite a bit of a hit on the game side. So because of that, yeah, I wouldn't put it as like 100x potential. Magicraft, this is a big no-no for me. So this project is really based on hype and paid promotion. This is not a good outlook on the project. Da Vinci is an advisor for this project, and he will literally promote anything for money. In my opinion, I don't care about holding projects like this, so I don't want to spend time discussing any further. This gets into the nah list. So the list that I just wouldn't touch, period. There's other projects that I just wouldn't touch, but the nah to me is just like a big, massive red flag, and I'm not gonna touch that. Okay, cool. So Playup. Playup is another good gaming project. It's a game aggregator. I gotta say that this is not my favorite game aggregator. I think that OTK is vastly superior. PCP is on Binance. OTK is on Solana. OTK has a double reward system, whereas PCP has the classic game aggregator play to earn system. I do think it's gonna do well, but I don't think that it's gonna do 100x. Probably it's gonna do somewhere around the 20 to 50x mark, which by all means is still like crazy multipliers. I'm gonna say 20x for the sake of this video, but it could even do more, especially because it had a very big correction. The market cap is, I think, below 10 million market cap, so it could actually do well. Now, the next one on the list is gonna be Beam. Beam, to me, is an easy 10x. I mean, it could do a 5x minimum in my opinion, but at the same time it's not gonna do like something crazy. Let's actually see the market cap right here, because of course I can't remember every market cap on the top of my head. It's 854 million, so it's not 1 billion yet, but it's very close to it. So the chart looks great, the project is solid, it's already listed on the top exchanges. It's probably just not gonna go 100x, guys. Probably it's even hard for me to say that this is gonna do a 20x, but a 10x could be a safe play, especially if you're looking for something that is just like relatively safe, because none of the gaming projects are like 100% safe, but this is probably as safe as it can get for still a decent return for what it is. Now, OTK, as I was just mentioning before, is my favorite gaming project when it comes to mobile aggregators. It's on Solana. The Solana gaming narrative is probably going to be particularly massive aggressive during this bull run. I do expect very good things coming from this project, and yeah, I pumped a lot, and if you had been in my Patreon, you would probably be already something like a 10x up, because I discovered this before even the initial pump. So we are in crazy profit for this, and I'm gonna touch more on the Patreon at the end of this video if you guys are interested in joining my private investor community. I do think that it just pumped a lot, so I wouldn't say that it can 100x from here, but I would say a 50x is quite solid, and if you had gotten this when I got in, you would probably be in 500x territory, which is nothing short of impressive. Playup Games, this is literally one of my top picks, and to me, it's an easy 100x plus. Yes, I know, there's nothing easy about making 100x. There's nothing easy about 100x in crypto. However, just the fact that this is still sitting below 10 million in market cap, I think it's 8 or 9 million at the time of this video, around 3 cents or slightly lower. It's in esports, and esports is one of the niches that are most profitable within gaming in and of itself. And then in crypto, a lot of money that are going to flow into the system. They just merged with Elixir. Elixir is a gaming company owned by Square Enix. That is the gaming studio that published Final Fantasy and a lot of other very successful franchises. Literally one of the biggest gaming publisher on earth. This project is just going to do very well as a result. And then ChainGPT is also a partner with Lit, which is going to sponsor the entries of professional gamers. And yes, there's professional gamers that are going to play these video games. One is going to be Cyber Titans, which is the only one available for the moment. And by the way, they just released the alpha testing for Cyber Titans mobile version, and then they have 2 or 3 games that are going to be published sometimes in this year, hopefully. One is FPS based, and I got this alpha by the CEO, which came to my channel for an AMA, so you can definitely check it out. I have a full playlist of the AMAs that I've run on my channel, so definitely check it out on my channel. It's right there. To me, it's probably a no-brainer that it's going to do these multipliers, like for sure. Then we have Big Time. Big Time is another one that I would probably put a 10x. This was one of the short-term trades that I did in my Patreon. We did an 8x in literally the matter of a week, but I just wouldn't hold it. Like, the market cap is massive. It's just a single game, and honestly, you know that game multipliers or studios that publish different games usually perform way better in the long term. Yeah, the game looks great, but the market cap is just too high, and the risk-to-reward ratio is just not there for me. Cupgain has been renamed by myself and my community as Cupgain because this project is the clear example of a pump and dump and market manipulation by insiders and whales. I don't think that I want to touch anything like this. This is one of the worst charts that I've seen in crypto, and any minimum chances of, you know, pumping, the whales just start selling. This project is literally terrible. I would just put it into the nah. Cornucopia, decent project. It will probably be an honorable mention of my channel. However, it's not part of my portfolio. I'm not sure if I'm gonna make it part of my portfolio. You can also get nodes, so another project that has the upside of nodes. It's decent. I'll say maybe 20x is possible. Could be even more. It's decent, but just like not top tier. Then we have Serse. Oh, I could debate because it might get some decent gains. I just don't think it's a great project. I think that there's a lot of stuff that are just like dodgy around this project, about the team, about the structure and the roadmap. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna put it in that category. There's also like a lot of bot traffic, that all the marketing is based on bots, literally on YouTube and X. Yeah, I just tend to stay away from this project. It's metaverse, like there's literally, out of all of these projects that you see today, there's probably one only metaverse project that I would be in, which is Alaska Gold Rush. All the others that are metaverse oriented, I would just like avoid straight off the bat. Then Axie Infinity. Axie Infinity gets a big nah for me because it was one of the top gainers of the previous bull run. But what people don't understand is that if something just looks like this, and bear with me because coin market cap is super slow, it has gone through a bull run before. The market cap is close to 1 billion. It's not gonna do anything more than a 10x. Like, it would take another 10 billion, and this project is not gonna go anywhere near the all-time high. It had its fair share in the spotlight, but this is just not gonna happen. If all of these projects just went past the previous all-time high, we would just invest into this project and just call it a day, because crypto would be easy, but it's not. So you want to stay away. This was one of the top gainers in the previous bull run, but for this bull run, it's completely dead. You want to go into the new project, the newer project, the ones that are on my list, because those haven't gone through a bull run before. Those have much more pumping potential. Nakamoto Games, I don't know. Probably between a 10 and a 20x. I'm going to say 20x. I'm going to be slightly optimistic. I don't think that this is a great project. I don't think that the games are good. I think the games are horrible, but this is probably going to pump. It's been building a lot in the bear market, and a lot of people that I know made a lot of profits to this. I personally didn't buy it. I'm not going to call it a scam like some other people would do on the YouTube sphere because they missed project, but I'm just going to say that this is not one of the strongest looking projects right now, and for the risk to reward ratio in terms of the market cap that it has, because the market cap is massive for what it is and what it can be. So I don't think that it's going to do more than a 20x. Something between a 10 and a 20x. I'm going to say 20, but probably not more than that. Probably better choices in terms of risk to reward ratio that you can take right now, such as AWT. AWT takes the 100x plus category. This is a company that is not just a gaming studio with one game. It's got a whole universe of games that are going to be developed. AAA titles, by the way, not just crappy mini games that nobody cares. They have a $100 million valuation before even releasing the first game to the market. They're backed by Microsoft, Google, AMD, Epic Games. They're going to be released on Steam. There's a lot of hype. They're just being incorporated by Google for startups. Like, there's so many things that are going to come from this project, and yeah, you probably heard it first from me because nobody's talking about this project, but feel free to come to this video like 1 year from now and see how many millions me and my Patreon community have made. Then we have, I don't even remember the full name of this. It's called Crown by Third Game something. It's on like horse racing. They're going to partner with like the Derby stuff, horse racing. I don't think it's something that I want to dive into. I would just put it into the nah. I just wouldn't touch it. It's probably going to do some 10, 20x maybe, but I just wouldn't touch something like that. Then we have Domi Online. This is another interesting one. It's on Avalanche. It looks pretty decent. It's quite a risky investment, but it's similar to RuneScape, and the team is actually solid because one of the lead developers was the lead developer in RuneScape. The market cap is still very low, and because of that, I'm going to say that it can 50x. It's looking decent, and it's on Avalanche. Like, Avalanche Gaming is going to be one of the next big things, so yeah, I'm quite confident on it. Now we have Decimated. Decimated is quite decimated, as the chart suggests. What could I say? I'm going to say 10x because I think it's going to do a 10x. I just wouldn't touch it. It's still risky. It's not the 10x that Beam is going to get, okay? It's a very risky 10x, so I just wouldn't buy it. Cyber Arena Cat. This is another very dodgy project. I don't think that I would buy this at all. The team is very dodgy. I've heard very horror stories about this. It seems like it's heading for a slow rug. The idea on the card was actually good, like blending gaming with memes and putting the Doge community into it, but I think that this is going to be a slow rug. It could pump, but I don't know, it's just extremely risky, and with this lower market cap, it would be a big avoid for me. FCon, very risky. Like, the market cap is very small. It actually hasn't performed that well. The team is quite dodgy. I don't know, bro. What could I say about FCon? Like, it could be decent on the card, but they just lied about exchange listings. They just delayed stuff forever. The roadmap is not clear. The team is not very responsive. The community is just not there. Oh. I mean, it's still gonna pump. Come on. I want to give it... I don't want to put it in the now because it's better than this ones, but... I'm just going to put it there. I'm just going to put it there because I'm just not that sold on it. But it probably is going to do more than that. Then we have Cathon. Cathon is one of the worst projects I've ever encountered for the simple reason that you just go here on Dex Tools, by the way, if you're not familiar with the website. This is a walking red flag. So, first of all, we're not sure if there's a honeypot. That's a big deal. Buy and sell tax, they're both 5%. Do you guys need me to say more? This is literally a red flag. Immutable X is a great project, but again, are you gonna make like crazy multipliers out of a project like this? No, it's literally in the top 100 crypto. I'm gonna say a 10x. Like, this is not a project that I would invest in personally. Grapecoin, I do believe that Grapecoin is solid, like, despite how it's performed recently, because pretty much everything has been performing quite badly. I do believe that it has a lot of potential, especially now that the market cap is so little. It's like 7 million market cap. The team is solid. They have a lot of apps, literally one for every game. It's a mobile game aggregator. The games look fun. The token utility is quite clear. The tokenomics are actually quite decent. There's a lot of things that made me believe that this project is actually going to pump. It's been a sleeper recently, but I do believe that this is actually going to pump in the medium to long term. So I'm actually going to give it still the benefit of the doubt and say that this can do a 50x for sure with this level of market cap. Now we have GameSwift. GameSwift is an interesting project, almost going into the medium cap territory. The team has a bit of red flags. The development has a few red flags. The games don't look that great in my opinion. However, this is still going to pump. And I'm going to put it in the 50x category. It could perhaps be an honorable mention, but I don't think that I'm going to add it to my portfolio myself. Compete is actually a good project. I'm just not fond of like what they're doing with like the roadmap and how the team is acting. They literally don't have a single centralized exchange. It's a bit of a red flag for a lot of reasons. I'm going to say 20x because it's still regardless going to pump. Honeyland is another project that is on Solana that, in my opinion, could do quite well. Is that the best gaming project? No, it's just, I think, one single game. Just because it's not listed on any of the centralized exchanges, this is probably going to pump a lot. However, the market cap was something like between 20 or 30 million in market cap. I'm going to say 20x. It could do more by all means, especially given the fact that it's not listed to any centralized exchanges. But yeah, this is probably a decent project on Solana, to be completely honest. The Unfettered Souls. The Unfettered Souls is very hard to judge because it's so small in market cap, it could literally pull a moonshot. I think that the main game is going to be very legit. The team is very active. They have a clear roadmap ahead. They have a universe that is complemented by a lot of mini games, etc. They have a payment solution that bridges the gap between Web 2 and Web 3 gaming, basically making you pay with a credit or debit card as an in-app purchase, but actually generating a transaction in the blockchain. This is actually very promising. I'm going to say 100x plus, but again, this is a very risky investment. Mira, I'm going to say 50x. This is one of my favorite projects. It's a layer 2 scaling solution for Ethereum for third-party developers and studios to build on Ethereum. It's very similar to Gala. They offer nodes. They're very fucking expensive right now, but as opposed to Gala, this has a near zero gas fee environment. They just revamped the website, which was actually very much needed because the website was quite terrible. Now it's great. So yeah, Mira is actually going to do very well, and it's on the safer side of things. But again, the market cap is high, but at the same time, they don't have a single game out for the moment. So you're still quite early, and because of that, I do believe that it's going to do quite well. GFAL, I would say 50x just because of the recent correction that it had. It actually dropped quite significantly. And because of it, I do think that it actually can pump a lot. It's got probably the best gaming team in crypto. There's the founder literally was one of the senior people in EA. You can't get any better than that. There's people that work for Xbox, a lot of other AAA titles. So in my opinion, it's going to do quite well. I wouldn't have bought when it was at the top, but now that it corrected almost like 50% from all-time high, I think it's a solid investment. Alaska Gold Rush. This is another project that is shilled by Alex Becker. I do expect a lot of gains out of this project. It's a metaverse project and the only one on this list probably. They're going to revamp the game engine by the end of the quarter, so I do think that that is going to be one of the most bullish updates because the gameplay is still looking quite clunky. It's essentially the Red Dead Redemption of Web3, one of the most successful games of all time, by the way. So in my opinion, has a lot of hype surrounding it, and Alex Becker will definitely shield the shit out of this. What can I say? I'm going to say 50x. I don't want to say 100x. It could do more than 100x even because it's only 4 million in market cap, so I do expect very good things out of this. Legends of Elysium. This looks decent. However, it has a few red flags. I'm gonna say 20x for the sake of this video, but I definitely need to research more of this project. But the game looks decent. The website is great. The team is doxed. A lot of green flags actually, but I don't know. I'm not as bullish as my other picks. Wagmi Games. I'm gonna say 20x from here just because it's not a tiny market cap and it's just a single game that they're developing, which is almost out. But you know, it's not a gaming studio with like 10 titles or something, so I think that the potential is going to be relatively limited. However, the team is fantastic. The project looks great. There's a lot of lore and a great community behind it, so it's probably going to do very well. Eldarune is another great project. I'm not going to say 100x, but it could definitely pull something like a 50x, especially now that it had a big correction. It's very tiny market cap. It's a universe of one AAA titles, RPG style, and then there's card games, a metaverse side, and AI gaming on the side for with the mother company. So yeah, I'm going to say 50x. Okay, guys, so this was it for this video. I hope that you had a good time and you got value out of this. If you want to know when I buy these gems and, you know, I'm learning about them first before I bring them to YouTube channel, channel so that you can make multiple 100x's even and know about them before anyone else. Patreon is the place to be. There's limited spots available at this price, so I would definitely invite you to join now so that you can actually lock in this price before the price increases. Buy and sell alerts, private live streams, a lot of exclusive content, portfolio reviews, and overall joining one of the best communities in crypto right now. I hope to see you there very, very soon and help you out with your crypto investing journey. And as always, take care.